Hello everyone, welcome to this latest installment of Student Voices, devoted this month to our Hong Kong Experience program, one of the highlights for every upper school student at CIS.
We're in the inclusion strand, so right now we're collecting stories from staffs in our school. We were just interviewing a security guard in the car park.
We're sort of like targeting the diverse range of groups in terms of ethnicity, socioeconomic status that reside within Hong Kong, hence the name inclusion, because we feel that despite us encountering many people like our security guards on a day-to-day basis, we don't necessarily take the time to get to know them on a personal level where there is that sense of connection that can continue to develop.
So right now my group is making a fake news museum, and we're setting it up for Year 5 students to come in and explore different types of fake news and learn more about fake news. So our main topic is fake news in the media and how it appears in everyday lives for Year 5. So for example, on YouTube there are clickbait videos and also misinformation, conspiracy theories. So we just want them to be aware that these things are online and how to spot them more easily.
On Monday we went to Llama Island for well-being. This is important because I think recently, with a bunch of tests, a lot of students are stressed, and part of well-being is thinking about your mental and physical health. So by going on this trip, we were able to, push aside all that stress and, focus on being one with nature and appreciating what nature has for us. So we went on a hike and appreciated, the natural part of Llama Island.
We learned a lot about different kinds of human rights movements. So in the morning we did human trafficking, and just now we had one about refugees in Hong Kong.
I think that it's a great opportunity for us to, begin to focus on other things that are not just academics, but also be learning in the process. So with HKEP, we're learning to sort of value and empathize and respect those around us who, like these llamas, and like Justin was just saying, we just glance over in our normal day. We don't pay much heed to. I think that these are great opportunities for us to sort of show respect and gratitude.
HKEP is important because it offers everyone a chance to explore things outside the classroom, because there are lots of skills, social skills, which we can develop outside of the classroom, and going out on hikes, working with new people, presenting with younger students as well. That would help us learn more and connect with the real world and also our local Hong Kong community.
Since we're always at school, we never really get to go out into society and learn more about the problems. But for HKEP, we get to learn about the different situations that people face in Hong Kong.
It's important to know and to build a community aspect rather than just living in our own bubbles.
Us, the youth, will be the next generation of people who are responsible for the policies, the sort of any kind of social progression that exists within society. So it's really important to take that step back and recognize the people that we're collaborating with, the people that are experiencing the sort of similar or different effects from the same policies, right? Or sort of same cultural norms that exist within Hong Kong. It's this sort of HKEP that allows us to go deep into that. Right. Project-based learning, I'll tell you, CIS does it very well. And I think it's really important for CIS to continue to link this to context.
So if we made it more frequent, so maybe a couple times a year and a couple days each semester, for example, it would help lead to more continuity and make it seem like a long-term project instead of a short-term one-off project.
Of course, because of the COVID pandemic, we can't go out, but it would be really helpful if they can organize events even in small groups for us to personally experience the things that we discussed at school today.
With being in an international school, we end up very disconnected from the rest of the population, and I think that's very apparent, and that's also what this whole inclusion HKEP program is, bridging the divide between us and the rest of the people in Hong Kong. I think that definitely if the school can continue to encourage, even at the higher years and not just in the lower years of primary or maybe lower secondary, to continue engaging with the people on a cultural level. I think that that'd be wonderful for the school.
It's really important to have sort of like students, give them time to think about the intrinsic purpose behind the activities that they do in class, the facts that they learn in class as well. And I don't think this should be objective and the same for everyone and a universal fact. It should be up to the interpretation, up to the sort of creativity and imagination of students, because when they exercise these skills, that's ultimately what's going to let them come out in projects like this and demonstrate their understanding, their care and empathy for the world.
Thank you very much, dear students, for your evident care and commitment to the wonderful city of Hong Kong and the extraordinary people who live here. We are deeply grateful to you for your example and, above all, for your inspiration to us. Please take care.